Hey everybody, I found another spot where I needed the YouTube and couldn't find anything, so I figured before I put it all back together, I'll make a video and hopefully I can help some people out with it. So we just put a new CVTech clutch on this machine, and I needed to lock the crank, and I knew there was a way to do it. I'd never had to do it before because I used to just rack attack them off with the impact. Well, I figured, you know what, there's a way to do it, and I'm gonna figure out how to do it. So started looking around, and in the manual it says to do it, but it doesn't really give you a very good idea of where it's at, and that's kind of why I wanted to make the video, so for the next guy that needs to do it, he can. So here we go. We're going to the front of the motor. It's going to be hard to get it in there. It's in between. It's above the jack, or that front drive shaft, if you can see it. It's going to be a rattly, really bad, hard way to get in there. But anyways, it's... I'm trying to find it. There it is, right there. So here's your drive shaft, your front drive shaft, and there's your hole. Okay, that's your plug. You'll pull that out. It's a 10mm bolt, or you can use the torque. I think it's a 35 for torque. I don't know what the torque one is. I never use them. But you pull that out, and then you get your clutch spreader for your secondary. That was a MA 125 pitch, and you come over to the other side of the wheeler. You got to take your crank positioning sensor out, and then you take this off, and then inside on another shaft, actually that's actually your flywheel bolt. There's another Allen wrench in there to turn your crank. You want to turn your crank to top dead center, and that's covered in the manual, so I'm not going to get too far into it. If you got questions, just comment, I can help. But so you want to turn that number 2 cylinder to top dead center, and you'll feel inside of that hole there's a little notch in the crank, and you just snug that clutch puller into the hole, and your crank locks, and then you can do whatever work you want on your clutch, on your crank, on if you got to do magneto side stuff, you can do that too. So I hope this helps, and if you got any questions, feel free to ask.